Greetings. This is the one you've known as Jesus the Christ. Without nature, you could not exist, nor would you have ever come into existence. You need nature, but nature does not need you. It can easily survive without you, but the opposite is not true. And yet nature has evolved to support humanoids such as yourselves, who are different from other animals in that you have the ability to be self-aware in a way that's different from animals, to reason and to make choices outside of your conditioning and instincts. And you are able to be aware of your God nature in a way that animals and plants are not. They have a different kind of awareness of this. What sets you most apart from animals is that you have the ability to freely choose and not be beholden to your conditioning and instincts. Your instincts can be overridden, and other choices can be made than those that concern your own survival and the survival of those closest to you. Choices that might include the good of others unrelated to yourself, or the opposite, ones that are destructive to others and even to yourself. The instincts of animals keep them within certain bounds of behavior, while you are not constricted in the same way. This freedom can have positive results or destructive ones, depending on how it's used. Because of this, within the animal kingdom, there's a certain stability and predictability that doesn't exist in human society. The changes that happen within the animal kingdom are adaptive and pro-life, while the same can't be said of human society. Society itself is meant to tame the beast within humanity, so to speak, and keep people on a positive track, one that supports the greater good. But some people are willing to disregard the greater good and act instead on the basis of their own self-interest, despite any negative consequences to individuals and society. What makes such detrimental choices is the ego, which is the beast within every human being. The fact that you and society recognize the need to tame this beast is evidence that there is goodness within each of you, which is pulling for the good of the whole, and which is capable of making choices that support the whole, including nature, even at the expense of your own self-interest. Only the ego would be so short-sighted to put one's own goals and desires above the good of the whole. For what good is it if you save yourself but lose the world, destroy Mother Nature? This is what you're up against in the world today, and what humanity has always been up against. It's just that your ability to hurt each other and destroy nature is so much greater than ever before. If you don't put the greater good, including the good of nature, ahead of your own, the ecosystem that supports humanity will be thrown even more out of balance, and everyone will suffer. Make no mistake, no amount of money will be enough to protect you from a world in which nature has lost its balance. No one will be living the good life, I'm afraid. This is not to say that there aren't things that can be done to right this, but as long as ego-driven individuals are in power, this may not come soon enough. You have reached a crisis point, and you must wake up to this and take radical steps to set yourselves back on a course where all life is respected and upheld. For indeed no one and nothing is here on earth by accident. Everyone and everything is here by design and has a purpose. It just could be that immigrant or that tree or that endangered species that will make all the difference in the world. Throughout the ages, unassuming individuals and little-known or underappreciated plants and animals have been the basis for life-altering inventions and medicines. It's not for you to judge what is of value and what is not, what should be here and what should not. All life must be respected, which is one of humanity's biggest lessons during these times. It's difficult to speak about this and not sound alarming, and I don't wish to frighten you, but I do wish to sound an alarm, because it is people like yourselves who are in touch with their goodness who will and can make a difference. You must get those who are driven by self-interest out of positions of power, and get those who are committed to service to others and service to society into positions where decisions are being made. What does a healthy, thriving society look like? It looks a lot like a healthy, thriving family. In such a family, the members support each other and love and respect each other to the best of their ability. I say best of their ability because no one does this perfectly, but this begins with valuing love and respect and striving toward loving and respecting everyone and doing your best to help every person become the best that he or she can be. Isn't that what a healthy family does? A healthy family provides opportunities for its members to grow and expand in ways that are beneficial, and activities that are not beneficial are discouraged. Healthy families support each other and encourage each other to become the best they can be, and to turn away from damaging influences and activities. Healthy families don't allow drug abuse, for instance. But if drug addiction happens, a healthy family intervenes to help the individual. It doesn't throw an addict into prison or leave them to fend for themselves. What you do to the least of my brethren, you do to me. This quote was correctly recorded in the Bible and is correctly understood. I did say this. This is a powerful founding principle for a society, and one that many people do try to adhere to their credit. Such an attitude within society makes for a strong society. If individuals felt truly respected and cared for, it would be much more difficult for them to go astray. Just as children who grow up in families where they were respected and cared for become healthy adults, societies that respect and care for their citizens produce healthy and productive citizens. If people in your society were less wounded, everyone would experience so much less pain. Other people's pain becomes your pain, society's pain. Heal people's pain, and your society will be healed. Treat everyone in your society, indeed everyone in the world, as if they were part of your own family, which in reality they are. You are more connected than ever before to everyone in the world by virtue of technology and telecommunications. So it's more important than ever that you regard everyone in the world as belonging to one family. You all belong to the family of God, not the God of one particular religion, but the God of all religions. This attitude could change the world you live in faster than anything else. If everyone held this attitude, or strived to hold this attitude, your world would be transformed. But how do you instill such an attitude? First, you have to realize the importance and need for such an attitude, and then you have to commit to this within yourself as best you can. This is a guiding principle, perhaps the guiding principle that will change this world. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. This is the golden rule. It is recognized as golden, meaning precious above all else. How many more years will it take before people truly commit to this and build their societies, indeed the world, on this one simple instruction. This is what families and loved ones do, or at least try to do. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's simple. You don't need 10 commandments. This one will do. And rather than telling you what not to do, the Golden Rule tells you what to do. You always know what you want done unto you. This can easily be agreed upon, since you are all alike in this way. You all want certain things done unto you, and other things not done unto you. The rules for how to live can't be made more simple than this. This is the opposite of how an ego-driven person lives his or her life. They live without consideration for the effects their actions have on others or on nature. They do what they want regardless of how it affects others or nature, as if they were separate and divorced from everything around them, as if they didn't need nature, others, or society. This is the problem. Such individuals don't see that they harm themselves when they harm others or harm nature, when they don't take into consideration the well-being of others. They are short-sighted, and societies that are short-sighted don't thrive or last very long. Countless worlds like your own have come and gone because of such short-sightedness and selfishness. Your world is at a crossroads, and it comes down to this. Commit yourselves to taking care of each other and nature, or lose everything humanity has worked for and gained. The situation is not sustainable as it is. A dramatic shift of consciousness and in policies is necessary to set humanity on a new course. I was said to be a revolutionary in my time 2,000 years ago, and what I'm suggesting is also revolutionary today. What is required is a revolution of consciousness, not a political revolution. These changes can happen without political upheaval or turmoil. The democratic system is built on respect and freedom for all, and all you have to do is live up to these great ideals and not let anyone undermine the democracy that has served you all these years. There are forces at work to undermine democracy, and you must open your eyes and become wise to this, which many of you are. You are strong, and you are good, and I have every confidence that goodness will prevail. But the good must be strong and courageous, and the good must speak out and be heard. Use your voices and your votes to stand up for the values of kindness and freedom for all. Hold true to the values of love and peace. They are the answer to your world's problems. Thank you for being here. I am with you always.